Isn't this quite nice? This is a gold Miele S4 with lots of long and complicated backstory. But anyway, months and months ago this was purchased by someone for a friend and fellow collector. And yeah, it was very cheap. It was £. And yeah, that was that. He got it and it wasn't working very well, and I'll put in a video now of how it sounded before repair. So now it will pan to that. So yes, you can hear it doesn't sound very good. It also smelled awful of burning. And when I took its motor finally to bits today, whilst the brushes were basically new, the armature was black and burny looking, the bearings were seized, this thing had either sucked up water or just been stored really, really damp, because the motor fan casing was rusting to nothing. It had rusted onto the sound foam thing. If you look at the base plate of the otherwise very clean and hardly used floor head, it's also doing that. It's not had easy storage. Anyway, so it sat for ages. My friend got a donor machine to maybe get some parts, but then my friend and fellow collector sadly passed away quite suddenly, and he'd passed these on to me anyway to fix up, because, you know, I'm a Miele whiz, and that was that. So anyway, here it is. Now the middle casing is off the donor machine because although it's very scuffed here, the original one was scuffed way along really badly. It's quite good on the other side. The other thing I'll swap one day is the power button, because for some reason it's a bit ugly. I might still have the lid, or it might be outside ready to go to the tip, can't remember. But apart from that, it's all original. The motor's been rebuilt with lots of new parts. It's not really been cleaned up. It just has not been used much and then stored. So the floor head looks like this, but is a bit ugly there. I'm not sure if that'll come off or not. Oh, maybe that will come off. That's maybe just very surface. Anyway, there's the floor head. All three small tools are all fairly okay. Wand. Cord wheel is working very well. It had not been used in so long that it had the Miele bag in it predated high clean bags. You know, remember the old grey? Were they intensive clean bags? I can't remember what they were called. It had one of them in it. So that's how long it had been since it had been used. S4211. Sorry, a slight jump to the inside where it's not actually been stripped and washed properly, but it's just had a manky used bag and filters thrown in. But you know what a Miele looks like. But yeah, it's quite nice for a gold machine. So obviously a full refurb and hopefully a new switch pedal will help it along. But yes, it's just nice to have it all assembled and working after so many months until I got round to it. The donor machine, it turns out, it wasn't what it seemed. It was on eBay, and I sent my friend a link and said, look, there's a donor machine. But it had the PCB and everything removed and the switch bypassed. So that wasn't really great. It was from one of these cheap Hoover's sellers, you know, it's like 30 quid posted, take a chance, you know. It worked when I plugged it in, so you know, you're not getting any guarantees. And its motor was quite worn, so it wasn't really great. But anyway, this has got fairly modern parts in it, so it should last a long time. Insane suction, these always had insane suction, the 2000 watt S4s. About halfway, and that's more than enough. So you can keep going. One way, that's really strong. And then all the way up to the only other thing it might get in future is I'll swap the circuit board with a spare one, because it had been stored damp. It was such an effort to get the plug thing out. As it is on the S4, it is a bit fiddly, and it shattered the plastic thing around it, so it might be slightly loose. But yes, very nice. All good. So thanks for watching.